Well, here we are getting ready to enter Grand Teton National Park the next day. Hi, this is Dave with Dave's TR4A. Welcome back to my channel again. This is episode 7 of our trip out west where we go through the Grand Tetons. It's actually day 17 and 18 of our trip. This is one of those places where it's like when you try to explain to somebody this is the grandeur of the Grand Canyon by just showing them a picture of it. It just doesn't do it justice. You have to actually stand there and look at it. And this is much the same here with these mountain ranges. They're so close and just so huge that you just stand there with your mouth open looking at them. It's just awe-inspiring. So if you ever get a chance to go out there and see this mountain ranges in this park, it's just spectacular. You definitely need to go. Try to get a senior pass if you're a senior because you can save a ton of money doing that. Here's our route from the hotel to the park. You can see we were pretty close. It's only 17 miles. Just coming and going once we got to the gate of the park back to our hotel was pretty convenient. I tried to I thought I was taking video of us leaving the hotel that first day, but it didn't work out so well. I've been struggling with the Hero 4 Silver that I have. It'll just suddenly stop recording, and since it was outside the car, I couldn't really see the little red light flashing on it. Anyway, we'll get to the park here in just a minute. Here's the visitor center for Grand Teton National Park. It's just outside the gate, so we stopped there just to see what they had inside there, and we picked up a map of the park that we could use to kind of navigate around and see stuff. So yeah, off to the gate we go. Even the view from the visitors parking lot was pretty spectacular. So I just thought I'd put this in here just to show you guys just how neat this place is. Well, here we just turned out of the visitors parking lot, and we're heading towards the gate still. It's such a beautiful shot. I just thought I'd share it with you here without the wind noise and all that. So anyway, this is why we went, and I hope it's why you're watching. So please bear with me on the views here.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Wonderful. Do you have a photo ID that matches that signature there? Did you want any maps or newsletters today?
We got one, I think.
I have this one, and I have a newsletter. You've got it all then.
Okay.
All right, have a nice day.
Now we're officially in the park, and you can see the Tetons on our left here as we drive on in here. And one of the places we wanted to go first was to a lake called Jenny Lake, which is got a lot of nice hiking trails around it. And we heard there's a boat that you can take across the lake to some other trails on the other side of the lake. So we want to check that out too. Here we are getting closer to the turnoff for Jenny Lake, and the cars parked on the outside here should have told us that we'd be driving around the parking lot for a minute. And it actually took us about 45 minutes to find a parking space, just going round and round and round. And there was a lot of parking spaces in there, but it was just really popular and real packed. So here's a fun fact about the elevations of these peaks. Jackson Hole, which is, I gotta say, is pretty close to here, so it's probably about the same elevation. It's about 6,700 feet. The highest peak here in the park is 13,775 feet, and it's all in one big chunk, as you can see, going up. There's no foothills or anything. It's just one giant mountain. So anyway, I just thought I'd pass that along. So literally, it was 45 minutes before we actually got a parking space. It was like parking lot purgatory. So anyway, we got a parking space and got out of the car and got our stuff organized for hiking around. And we brought walking sticks with us just to kind of help out. But it was just a nice scenic place to go, although it was crowded.
drive that all the way from Ohio?
You better believe it.
Where in Ohio?
Cincinnati.
Okay.
The bottom. Yeah, the bottom, yeah.
That thing made it all that way, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We grew up in Columbus.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Have a good career.
Well, we hiked up to the lake, and you can see it's just beautiful. And you can also see two of the boats that are ferrying people back and forth between the landing on this side of the lake and the landing on the other side of the lake. So we decided to go ahead and take a ride on the boat to go across the other side just to see what it looked like. And it was very nice. Well, I'd asked the captain, how did you get this job? Just out of curiosity, you know. And he said that him and his family have been coming up to the park here in Yellowstone ever since he was a little kid. They lived around the area. And when he retired, he was looking for something to do. And he thought, well, I'm going to go up and apply for a job in the park. So he got a job working on the boat. I don't know if he started out actually driving it or not. But anyway, he's been doing this for several years now. And what a great part-time job. Speaking of pictures don't do it justice, here we're just about to go to tie up to the other pier and offload everybody and, you know, have people come back on the boat. But there's just no way this picture doesn't really do it justice, but I just thought I ought to show you just the grandeur of these mountains here. As we were walking back from the boat dock, came across this nice little photo op looking through some trees at the lake, and it was just a great day. We spent, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours here just kind of wandering around and seeing everything. And there was a lot of people. It was very popular, but it was great. A lot of foreign people from Europe there. From the visitor center, we decided to drive farther up the valley to check out another observation point for Lake Jenny. So here we are. You can see the mountains there. They're just spectacular. What a great sight. But anyway, the weather, you can see the weather cleared up real nice in the early afternoon here. So yeah, but it was going to rain later on that day. So here's our turnoff to go to the overlook, and you can see as we get into here, it's we're basically driving right towards the mountains, and it's wow. You just have to go up there and do this.
Where were we? Down at Jenny, like that. We took a boat across and back.
If you don't have a schedule, I would recommend going up the Bear Tooth Pass and riding up through the Montana.
Where is yeah, somebody.
You have to go through the park to get there.
Yeah.
And you're going to hit the non-tourist areas of Yellowstone. You'll be out on and depending on whether the animals or herds are moving or not, seasonal, you might see a whole lot of buffalo or maybe not much for some. I was out there on my motorcycle and they were laying on the road. So when you get out there, and from here, you're talking probably 5-6 hours. Enough time that you go over the pass, come down the other side. There's a town called Red Lodge. Get a hotel there for the night. Have a good place to eat. Go back over Beartooth Pass the other way.
The next day.
The next day, in the other direction. It's almost like a different ride.
Oh, really?
And then when you get down to the bottom, take Chief Joseph Highway over to Cody. That's a spectacular ride too. So you're missing stuff over here. This is all tourist stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we got our hotel set up. We're going to stay here for the 14th or 13th. Leave the 14th for what is it? Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah.
And then we want to go see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that stuff out there. So we were going to spend go to Casper. It's like 400 miles.
You want to see Devil's Tower as well, and also the Black Hills.
And then go to.
You can get.
We have 5 days.
We're gonna stay in Rapid City. We're gonna stay there for like 5 days or something. Or
I'll tell you, the highlight of all this stuff, I think, is Beartooth Pass is probably the prettiest place in the country. And people, I mean, this is my personal opinion, but the motorcycle magazines always rank it at the top or near the top of all the rides in the country. It is really spectacular. There's lakes up there. You're up to 10,000 plus feet, and there's a lake there. It's amazing. Yeah, take care, guys.
Oh, isn't that cute?
We've been gone since the 26th of May.
Oh, okay. So you've been out for a while. Yeah, we got grandkids out here, and we're trying to get away from them today.
This is our day.
Yeah, they're 5 and 7, man. They wear you out.
We have 3 grandkids. Oldest is 26.
Oh, okay. You're okay.
But then we have 3 great grands.
Oh, okay.
3 under 4.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, you got a great family. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, thank
Take
you.
care.
Yep.
You get a chance. Beartooth Pass is a nice big
Yeah, we
place
have to make that the next trip.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
So that's not Triumph like the bikes, is it?
No. It's they stopped making. This is Triumph standard.
Okay.
Yeah. So they made these. This is '67. They made them till 77. They made the TR7.
Okay.
But, yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Is this your dripping oil or is that somebody else's?
All right.
That's somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was about 3:30, and we wanted to get back to our hotel before 4:30 or right at 4:30 for the happy hour. It's not so much the drinks, but they have some awesome killer hors d'oeuvres. They had chicken wings one night. They had wontons and egg rolls another night. And just basically almost meals. So we just sit there and have a beer or something and at the bar and have some hors d'oeuvres, and we called that dinner. So anyway, we're going to head back to the hotel here now. If you look way out ahead of us, you can see the thunder clouds starting to form. I tell you, these mountains are their own weather system. Well, we're coming up on the gate here. It's 17 miles from here back to the hotel, and a nice cold beer and some surprise hors d'oeuvres. Well, here's our regularly scheduled afternoon thunder shower coming at us, and I just want to take another opportunity to say Boy, am I glad I changed my wiper motor over to a TR6 motor. You might want to take a look at that whole playlist. It's might be well worth your effort. I know everybody's, oh, I'll just use Rain-X and it's going to be just fine. No, it's not. Anyway, here we go. Here we're coming up to the only roundabout in Wyoming, I think. And it kind of reminds me of going to the fair and hopping in the bumper cars and just trying to not hit anybody. It's comical, but here we go. Well, coming up on your right is the famous Jackson Hole Golf and Tennis Club, although you can't see it through the raindrops on the camera that's mounted outside. And you're probably wondering, if he was so darn smart to put in a TR6 wiper motor so we'd have a nice clean windshield, why didn't he put the camera inside the car? Well, you know what? I've asked myself that question many times, especially since I'm editing these videos and I can see that you can't see. And then once we go over this bridge, there's a couple of really cool little official Wyoming cattle ranches that we go by. I don't know if we can see much because the camera's just pointing straight ahead, but they were pretty cool. Well, we're back at the hotel, and it's about 4:15, so we're just on time. We're going. There's like one giant parking lot in the front of all these. There's probably, as I said before, I think there's like 12 of these lodges that are backed up against the mountains there, and there's ski lifts going up behind each one. And ours is, I don't know if you can, it's kind of hard to describe here, but it's on the right hand side. So we're going to go all the way down into the parking lot and try to get as far over to the right as we can and park. So but anyway, it was an awesome day. We had a lot of fun. The weather is totally unpredictable here, and they're not shy about it either. So it can be brilliant sunshine one minute and then a downpour the next. So but it was a lot of fun. We had a great time, as I said. And so we have one more day here, or one more day at Teton. And then, but this will wrap up this video of our trip to tour the Grand Teton National Park. So anyway, thanks for coming along. And please like and subscribe, and hit the notification button too. And that way you'll know when I post the next video. Thanks again. That's it for now. Please like and subscribe.